Friday, everyone. My name is Julie. Nice to see all of you here. I rotate this with Trina Gray usually on Fridays. So here's the deal with Fridays. Friday has a very different feel as the day and as the power hour than maybe a Monday power hour or like a Wednesday night power hour. It has a different feel. So it tends to be a little more interactive. That's how I run my power hours. Tends to be a little bit more interactive, and we have a lot to talk about with all the announcements. So listen to me closely. And if someone comes on late, it's your job to tell them this too, okay? Because we work as a team. I'm not your boss. We work as a team. If you need this 1 hour to work so quietly and you just want to do it in community, then you mute me so that you don't hear any of this, but you get to work with your people, right? You get to work in community and you know that other people are working, that you don't want to listen to me, you don't want to be interactive. I am so cool with that. I'm so cool with that. Just mute me. If you want to be a little bit more interactive, then that's kind of what Friday Power Hour is about. So you get to choose your business and make it work for you, kind of like fitness. You know, if you don't want to do the jumping squat, you just squat. So you make your power hour work for you, as high intense as you need, as you want for you on this particular day. We have lots to talk about, lots of announcements, et cetera, et cetera. So first and foremost, I need you to put in the chat what your level of energy is right now. Like, tell me how you're feeling, how your week's gone, how your month's gone. Like, where are you in your mental head space? Emily says, hyped. I like it, hyped. Love it. I love it. I love it. So as you just keep writing, just keep writing. Also, don't direct message me. Make sure you're hitting everyone, because everybody needs to know all the things. There are no secrets here. No secrets in Beachbody. There's crying, but there's no secrets. So it's like baseball. No secrets here. The words we speak to ourselves are super powerful. So even if you're tired, even if you're not feeling it, y'all, this has been a week for me. Like, what? The strange things have happened this week. Okay, so if I just keep telling myself this is a weird week and I'm weird, then that's what's going to happen. So let's really be cognizant of the words that we're choosing, and make sure that when we're typing in the chat, it says everyone. It says everyone and not just to me. Yep, this is Mental Health Month, and mental health is as important as physical health. And what's so cool about what we get to do is we get to connect the two of them. We get to connect the two of them. So let's be really cognizant of the words that we're choosing to speak to ourselves and speak out, because you know who hears you? The universe. So if you're telling the universe you're tired, boo, you are. So let's make a different decision, and we can still be tired, but let's just use different words. And that way we can change that energy and change that space. I am going to share my screen. Okay, so tell me if you can see this, and I'm going to tell you something funny about this. I'm going to open the chat. Yes, okay, cool. Okay, here's what's funny. So I have two daughters that are home right now, and they do tons of presentations for college and stuff. And I was making this slide yesterday, and my middle one came down and said, excuse me, there are too many words on that slide and you're going to need to change it. And I said, excuse me, these are the announcements and this is what the slide's going to look like. So there might be a lot of words, but these are the announcements and this is what they're going to look like. So listen, I don't have a lot of slides, but I have slides with a lot of info on them. And I encourage you to screenshot, do all the screenshotting. I will at the end share a link to all of these slides, but in the meantime, just screenshot them and then you'll have them. So don't screenshot when you're driving, Diane. I don't know what's happening right there, like you're listening into a power hour when you're driving, but for the love, do not screenshot anything while you're doing that. We'll get it to you later, Diane. Don't you? Everyone take care of Diane. She's driving. I don't know what's happening over there. So these are the announcements that came out on Wednesday. If you do not see them, they're in the champions page. Live. Carl's video will live live in the champions page till infinity. Tell me in the chat which one of these you're most excited about. I know you have to choose one. Sorry. Don't just say body. You got to say something about it. Don't just say body. Anyone who says live classes is my person, like we're friends. I mean, tell me that, did anyone else cry a little bit watching the announcements? Because I did. I cried a little bit watching the announcements. Y'all, this stuff is big, 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 big. Okay, but here's the deal. We have all these announcements, and here's the mistake that coaches will make. And I've been doing this a long time, so I'm going to be just super straight up with you because I've done these mistakes and you might do these mistakes. So listen to me very closely. Here's the mistake that you might make. And I know this because I've done it, is you will start telling your people about all of these announcements right now. And you will use the word body and nobody knows what that means. And you'll start talking about cycling classes in December. Nobody knows what they're doing tomorrow. People, do you know? I don't. Well, I know one thing. I'm working out. That's it. That's all I know. So we've got all these announcements and there's just, we want to like share all the things because we're so excited about that. So let's talk about how we can share that and how we can get strategic about that without overwhelming our people. Because if we use the term body, they don't know what that is, but they do understand in live classes. They do understand interactive. If we talk about body and we don't talk about cycling, we're missing the point because that's a whole new line that's coming to us that we can attract new people with. If we talk about Shakeology and don't talk about a new flavor, we're missing the point. So you have to think about how you can start to feed this out into breadcrumbs that will lead people down the trail to all these things. We don't need to know all the things. In fact, a lot of people don't need to know that Jennifer Jacobs is going to head up the cycling. Lots of people probably don't know who she is. What they want to know is we're going to have cycling. And that's going to be live. Okay, so focus on the important components. All this does not need to be shared right now. So take it in. Let's all be excited about it. I'm excited about it. We can all be excited about it. We don't need to share all the things right now. Okay? All the things. I'm just reading. I just want to make sure I don't miss any of the comments. Okay, so hold on. I get it. Come on. Go to my next one. Go to my next slide. Hang on. I don't know why it's not going to my next slide. I may have to. Okay, cool. All right. It's not going to my next slide. All right. Hang on, please. Let me just open it up over here and see if I don't know what's going on. It says page 1 of 8, but I can't get to the next one. I don't know why it won't let me do that. Let me do this. Let me see. Okay. All right. It wants to do that. Okay. Coming back to you now. It didn't like single page. It wanted me to share the whole thing with you at one time. Okay, that's fine. So going through this again, just to make sure that you remember, May 27th, next Thursday is the last day to lock in rank for your bonuses. And then Thursday, June 3rd is the last day to lock in rank for summit recognition. Those are 2 different dates. If I were you, I just use May 27th. Just use May 27th. Just get your stuff together and get your rank locked in by next Thursday. And then you've got it locked in for summit as well. That's any rank. That's diamond, that's 2-star, that's any rank that you're trying to be recognized for at summit or earning a bonus. So we're going to talk about today focuses for June and the 645 launch. Noting now, we know this, the coach window launch is July 6th through July 18th. So now we know that. We didn't know that before. We know that now. That means we can use that. July 6th through July 18th is the coach window launch. Okay, but again, we had all those announcements. And this is in June and July. What are we going to do? This is where we're going to start today. Lots of brainstorming is going to be happening today. Lots of idea making, lots of brainstorming, lots of masterminding. The best time to join a company is when they are in the midst of a global expansion or a new product launch. That's a quote from the Forbes article, Forbes magazine. Well, guess what your company is in? It's in the midst of global expansion and new product launches. The best time to join a company is when they are in the midst of a global expansion or a new product launch. We are in the midst of a global expansion or a new product launch, which means what a beautiful time for you to be inviting. So we're going to use this graphic. I'll put it in the chat, along with a carousel, because if you follow any Instagram trainings, you know carousels are powerful tools for engagement. You will get at least 2 shares on those. So it'll pop up once with your first picture. It'll pop up again with your second picture. So you get more engagement when you have a carousel. A carousel is multiple pictures. You can have up to 10. You're going to start to craft a post and bookmark some pictures around this idea so that you can invite using it. With this graphic, hold on, I gotta do one thing. With this graphic and with graphics that you choose from your photo library, and you're gonna talk about the future and where you are going. You are not going to just talk about product and program announcements. People don't care about that. They want to know what you can bring to the table. They want to know what you are excited about, what has changed your life, and how you feel about where you're going with this company in 2021. Okay, I see some people talking about how they are, let's not, y'all, we need to focus here, please. I see a question that it's challenging to get carousel pictures on there. Perhaps you need to do an update. That's always the first place I start. I check those updates every day. So Instagram had an update this week. Check that. And if not, then it'll come back. And if not, then you know what I have seen also, and it could be because this person didn't have carousel. I have seen people take the exact same written post and post it 3 times with 3 different pictures. Maybe because they didn't have carousel. So their top 3 were 3 different pictures that aligned with this same post. You know, so maybe try that. Maybe try that. Don't post in the chat right now. No typing in the chat. Look at the graphic. You're going to use this graphic. The idea is the best time to join a company is when they are in the midst of a global expansion or a new product launch. That's where we are. You're going to take this graphic, which I will put in the chat. You're going to take, if you can, up to 9 more pictures of you doing things that are businessy related. Maybe a cool picture of you drinking your shake. Maybe a cool picture of you working out. Maybe a cool picture of you and your coaches. Maybe if you happen to have been to a live event, a cool picture of you at a live event. And in the text, you will talk about why you're excited and where you're going in 2021 with this company and why someone should join you now. If you don't know, then this is a really great time to spend a few minutes thinking about that. So we're going to focus on that. I'm going to leave this up so you have your kind of templates. I'm going to put the graphic in the chat so you can grab it, download it. You don't have to post right now. I want you to start writing out that post. It should take you a little bit to write it. You're not probably going to write it in 2 minutes. It's going to take a little bit. And then I would like you to post it tomorrow morning so they can sit on your feed for the weekends. Don't post it on Friday night, people. Nobody's on Friday nights. But if you post it tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. and it gets to stay on there all weekend, it's going to get a little bit more traction. So I'm going to put the graphic in the chat, use this as a template, or spend the next 5 or 10 minutes, and you're going to be writing either in your notes section on your phone, on your Word doc, somewhere where you can start having some ideas. Now, if you have any questions on this, before I put this in the chat, now put those in the chat. Any questions on what you need to do for the next 5 or 10 minutes? Liz says no, she's got it. Georgiana, you're a freaking CEO. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. That's how it's done.
Can I ask on here?
Can you ask? Can I ask you? Can you ask?
Oh, sure.
That would be awesome. Thank you. I'm going to put, Lauren, I would. Okay, I'm going to put the graphic in here now. Okay, there you go. I might even have another one that's a different version of it. Let me see if I can find it. You're writing. In the meantime, you're writing. Haley, look at the template right here. What does it say? Because you're a smart, badass CEO, Haley. What does it say? Don't overthink. What does it say? It says talk about the future and where you're going. Because Haley, people don't care about products and programs. I mean, they might care that there's cycle, but they don't care about Jennifer Jacobs, and they really don't care about new flavors. They care about why you are excited. Why should someone join your team right now? Why are you excited? And if you're not, then we have a different conversation to have. But if you are, then that's what you're transmitting to people. They don't care about the products and programs, and they for sure don't care about something that's coming out in December. They care about why you are excited right now and why they should join you right now. So see that bottom paragraph? How's it changed your life? That's what you're talking about. Because if it's changed your life up to now, oh my gosh, what's about to happen in the next year? It's going to explode. And they need to be a part of it. So you got to tell them that. I'm going to see if I can find that other graphic with this same quote. Okay, I think I've got it. Let's see where it went. Oh, I got it. Okay, here is another version. This is from my friend Brittany Leggett. She's so talented with graphics. She could have got it from someone else. She could have made it herself. I don't know, but same quote. Same quote. And if you want to make it your own, make it your own. The point is that we are not just telling people what's releasing, they don't care. We're telling them why they should be a part of it now. And then the posting schedule is you will post this post you are writing right now on Saturday morning. Okay, I'm just going to give you a couple more minutes and we're going to move on. Liz, can you see the pictures in the chat? If you see the JPEG. Yeah, I think it's harder if you're on a phone. What? Yes. Why? What? Is it really that important? Did you get a job or something?
People who also make music videos, like the distributor of music videos for YouTube.
Kind of.
Okay, today I did like the first interview today, and then they are bumping up to a second interview today, and they want to she's like, oh, good.
For an internship?
Paid internship in New York City.
Girls getting jobs over here. Just left and right, girls getting jobs. We're manifesting it. Let's go. Girls getting jobs. That's what we need. Okay, everyone take a screenshot of this. I'm also going to let me put here's a PDF too. I'll load it again at the end. Okay, moving on. Here we go. My newbie coaches are like, what is happening here? Welcome to Friday CEO Mindset, baby. Okay, here we go. New Shakeology flavor, cookies and creamy, plant-based, gluten-free, increased probiotics, plant-based Shakeology, certified gluten-free, and then the portion fix revamp. Several of you mentioned that you're super excited about the new Shakeology flavor and you're super excited about the portion fix revamp. So nutrition's your jam. Like that's your thing. And that's awesome. Let's capitalize on that. So we're 30 days out from the launch of the new flavor. My intel tells me it's launching on June 22nd. Okay, I think, is that correct? Has anyone else heard that date? June 22nd is the date that I have heard. That's what my intel tells me. My secret spy ops tells me June 22nd. I think that's information that's out there. I know, it's my daughter's birthday. She's like, yes, let's go. Okay, so June 22nd. So we're 30 days out from that. So how can you be talking about Shakeology over the next 30 days to prime your followers for this launch? Because you're drinking Shakeology every day, right? So how can you be talking about it? And if you're like me, I have been drinking Shakeology since the beginning of time, or since the product was actually developed, when it tasted like dirt. There's no cookies and cream when I first started drinking Shakeology. When it tastes like dirt, I've been drinking it forever. I forget to talk about it sometimes because I've been drinking it forever. And then I forget. People's nutrition is off and they need this shake. So having a new flavor reminds us all we got to be talking about the shake more diligently. Okay, well, we're not going to take a picture with our shake and go like, nobody cares about that. All right, so we're going to talk about how we can talk about it over the next 30 days. Screenshot this with the FAQs, okay? Because these two FAQs are 4411 and 3462 are about Shakeology and about portion fix revamp. Those are the two FAQs in your back office. So for more information on the new Shakeology and on portion fix revamp, those are your two FAQs. I do, Sally. I forget to share because I have been drinking it for 12 years. Also, y'all, I'm talking to Darren O'Lean in an hour and a half for my podcast. And if you don't know who Darren O'Lean is, like what? Like you shake, you drink every day? Yeah, he made it. So anyway, we're going to get to that in a minute because I'm going to talk about him in a minute. Okay, let's talk about June. I made your crush on. So funny. I'm going to give you two different calendars. You're going to screenshot this and we're going to mastermind some other ideas. This is why I told you at the beginning, this is a little bit more interactive. First week of June, you could highlight a different Shakeology ingredient each day on your Instagram stories. Last year, when his show on Netflix, Down to Earth, came out and everybody in the world was talking about it, on my stories every day, I took a picture of drinking my shake. Like maybe I'd be sitting on the porch or I'd be doing whatever. I'd be making my shake. And I just chose an ingredient, ashwagandha. And I did a quick Google research. I picked out some facts and I put it on my story. No one cares about your shake in your cup and you kissing it and how you drink it every day. They want to know what it's going to do for them. And especially in 2021, in this age of wellness, they want to know what it's going to do for them. They want to know what's in it. So what if the first week of June, you highlighted a different Shakeology ingredient for 7 days, each day? One day is ashwagandha, another day is cocoa powder, another day is whatever it might be, whatever flavor you drink. What if in the second week of June, you showcased your Shakeology in a different fun cup every day? What if you just invested in some $3 cutie cuppies at Target and you had a different fun cup every day? So it was fun and different. Again, last summer, after I did the ingredients, I did them in a different Disney cup every day. Why? Because I have that many, and why not? It's fun. Could be in a mug. Could be in a margarita glass. It could, whatever, a bowl. Okay, yes, whatever. Something different, something fun. Okay. Highlight a different recipe each day on your Instagram stories. Where do you think you could get a different recipe to highlight? What would be a good source for that? Keep writing. I'm coming. Beachbody blog. Pinterest. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Shakeology Instagram. Pinterest. Also, Shakeology Instagram could have great ideas for pictures. Pinterest, great ideas for pictures. Beachbody blog. Have you ever gone into the podcast app and in the search bar typed in Darren Oline? Because he's on a lot of podcasts. What if you started sharing different podcasts that he was on, talking about how this guy created the shake that you drink every single day? And you shared some podcasts. And then someone listened to it and went, oh crap, she's for real because this guy's for real. It's another way to share Shakeology. And then last but not least, what if you just talked about how Shakeology makes you feel every single day in your life? What if you did that? That would be awesome too. How simple is Shakeology? How good does it make you feel? How good does it make you feel mentally? Like I think about what it would do, what it does in my insides that you don't even see. And that makes me feel so good. And then, of course, season 2 of Down to Earth on Netflix comes out. I don't know when, but you think I'm going to ask him today? Yes, I am. And you could share about that. You could go to Netflix on your phone and share the episode onto your stories. Okay, here's some ideas. What other ideas do you have that we could put in here? Okay, then here's your task. Get out a piece of paper, open up your phone. Yeah, we'll get to that. Open up your phone, go into podcasts, type in Darren Oline, and make a list of 5, 7, 8 podcasts with Darren Oline on them that you are going to share that week. Go, write it down. Once you've written that down, where it says highlight a different recipe each day on your IG stories, write down Teal's idea, using Shakeology for recipes other than a shake, because you can go to the Beachbody blog and find that. So I want you writing down podcast ideas. I want you to go to the Beachbody blog and write down some recipe ideas or save them somewhere. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to be writing down ideas on how to share Shakeology. Go. Yes, yes, yes. Love that boy. I love that. Write down these ideas. Yep. 5 minutes. Write down anything you see in the chat. Write down podcast ideas, Shakeology ideas. Write them down. Awesome. I love this. I love these ideas. What is the number one objection you get to Shakeology? What's the number one objection? Correct. Okay. However, you and I both know, and I have one too, that people have a multi-$1,000 bike sitting in their basement called Peloton, right? Okay. They're good. So they'll drop $4,000 on a bike, but not $4 a day on a shake. It's because they see value in the bike. They see value in the bike. They don't understand the value of the shake. So what can you do this week? Share value. I mean, are you kidding me? $4 a day to change your life? Really? But we have to tell them that. They don't know that. And I'm right there guilty of that with everyone. I don't share enough about it because I forget because I've been drinking it for so long. That's not an excuse. It's just not an excuse. So it's as magical and as good for me, if not better now than it ever has been. Why am I not sharing more about it? Right? So a new flavor reminds us to do that. Right. So we have to tell them the value. So I hope this is helping you with post ideas and helping you understand the mindset behind inviting and posting. My Friday power hours are never, hi, open up and just go invite for an hour. I just can't do that. There's too much to the business beyond just cold inviting. You have to know why and what you're building and why you're building it. Yeah. So again, as you're sharing, so screenshot this so that you have these ideas. And remember, it's never about comparing to other shakes or putting anything else down. There's plenty of room. It's an abundance mindset. There's 7.6 billion people in the world. 7.76 billion people. There are enough people in the world who understand the value of this if we tell them. Okay, so cool. We can share about Shakeology, but we also have a fitness program that's launching in July. So let's look at a calendar that also talks about fitness. Are you ready? Yes or no? Yes or no in the chat. If you are ready to talk a little bit about fitness now, type yes or yes. Yes or yes, because we're going to talk about it. You have two options, yes or yes. Here we go. Okay, what if you just want to talk about fitness? Not that you're not talking about Shakeology, but if you need some ideas to talk about fitness. Okay. First week of June. Actually, I just used the June calendar, but my friends, because you're CEO, badass bosses, you can take these ideas and use them every single day, all year long. I just used the June calendar so you could see it a little more concisely. Post clips of your workout, whatever it is, on your stories, and invite via the text, the captions, the voiceover on those clips. So if you happen to watch my stories, I will video some bit of my workout almost every day and then put some music behind it. And then I put words on it. And I use my workout videos as an inviting post on my stories. Because I know there are people watching my stories who are still not in my groups. So I use it as an inviting post. I do that almost every day. Clip of my workout. I use hyperlapse. I'll type that. I use hyperlapse to film. And I literally just turn it on and let it video whatever I'm doing, which, by the way, doesn't have to be a Beachbody workout because nobody cares what you're doing. They just want to feel the way you're feeling. Okay. So I use hyperlapse. I video it, whatever workout I'm doing, except if I'm on a bike, because nobody cares just to watch me ride a bike for an hour. And then I just slow it down if I want it a little bit slower. If I want to do a voiceover, I put that video into Video Shop. I'm sure there are others. Yes, InShot, whatever. I put it into Video Shop, and then I can record my voice over the video, download it, and post that. Most of the time I don't do that. Most of the time I put music. I think that's more fun, and I write just because I feel like people sometimes watch stuff where they're not listening to what someone's saying. They're watching it and reading the captions. So that's one example. Example 2, showcase 3 to 5 moves from the prep or the work. But this is where it gets a little specific. Showing somehow Amwala as the trainer so that during the month of June, he's becoming a familiar face to your followers. Like, dude, did you see he was, he on his story, walked into the gym where they were filming and there was some rap music on. And he tagged that rapper in his story. Like we're playing, I think it was 2 Chainz. We're playing 2 Chainz and and he just tagged him talking about his story. Okay, that rapper reposted Amwala on his story. That rapper has like 9 million followers. Okay, so Amwala has so much street cred, so far beyond Beachbody, but there are still a lot of people who don't know him in maybe our ecosystem. So get your followers who might not know him familiar with his face during June. Showcase a move, which doesn't have to be what they're going to do in 645, but just so they see you working out with him. Yeah, he is quite handsome. I do agree with you, Susanna. He is quite handsome. Also, he's so cool. Like, I just feel like if I stand next to him, his coolness will somehow rub off on me. I'm sure that that's not true. There's no way that he's going to make this white girl from Indiana cool. But if I stand next to him, maybe he will. That I keep hoping. I keep hoping that will happen. But make sure that you're showing his face so that that he becomes familiar to them. It's kind of like when Core de Force came out. People really didn't know Joel and Jericho. And so we really needed to make sure they got to know them. Okay, then 3. Okay, this is y'all, this is back to where it used to be. When I started this business, we had to post 3 times a day on our social media. And then it went to like 1 time a week. Like the pendulum always swings. We're back to posting more. We're back to posting more. If you can post 2 to 3 times on your feed a day, speaking to your person about how health, fitness, and wellness can help them in their daily life, you're going to get more views. Please don't overthink that. The aesthetic doesn't matter as much anymore. It matters, but not as much anymore. But the more you post, the more opportunities someone has to connect with you. Showcase pictures and stories of your customers and coaches and their fitness and wellness journeys on your IG stories and also on your feed via a carousel. And then talk every day about when your group starts and why they should be part of it. Link to some kind of form, to a link tree, or some way to contact you. So you have a different way to talk about fitness on your stories and on your feed every single day for the month of June. And you also have something that you can say about Shakeology every single day for the month of June. And you could highlight a different Shakeology ingredient straight up for a week, or you could take these ideas and rotate them. On Monday, I'm talking about a Shakeology ingredient. And on Tuesday, I'm talking about a cup. You do whatever you want. These are just ideas. But this one right here, this posting more on your feed, y'all repost, quotes, repost stuff from other people, speak to your person, use reels. The more you post, the more you're out there, the better it is. I know I've shared with you before, I get an email from Pottery Barn every single day, unless I unsubscribe every single day. They're in my inbox every single day. So where do I go when I need something for my home? I go to Pottery Barn because they're in my feed every single day. So we're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing. Okay, any questions on either of these 2 calendars? I hope these were helpful. Please take a screenshot. Helpful? I hope so. And again, I will put the link to these slides again at the end, because I know sometimes it gets lost in the feed. Okay. So I speak to you with a CEO mindset. I truly believe to the bottom of my heart that if someone shows up to a power hour at 1 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, they want to build their business and they have a dream and a goal connected with their business. They're not just showing up because they think it's funsies. although it's Friday and we are funsies. They're showing up because they want to build a business and they need to shift into a CEO mindset. This little diagram I made last year, part of a presentation I did called Going All In. And I think this little diagram helps us find how to build a thriving business. But I want to talk about the one that says consistency. That's where we are right now. Consistency is in the inviting. Consistency is in sharing your journeys. Yes, Sarah Myers. Sarah Myers, we need shirts and stickers. You're in charge of that now because that's awesome. I'm obsessed with that now. Consistency is in the sharing 2 to 3 times a day. 2 to 3 times a day. Consistency is doing the unsexy stuff that actually builds a business. That's consistency. That's consistency. If you want to build a business, consistency is an essential part of it. Do you think Disney has stopped telling you that you should come visit them at any point in time in its 50-year history? Like, oh, everybody knows about Disney and we don't need to tell people. No, they're telling you every single day that you need to come visit them, and they're giving you new reasons to do it every single day. You're Disney. You're CEO. Part of you being a CEO mindset is consistency. So for the next 18 minutes, you're going to work on something that we've talked about. You're either going to craft that post that you're going to post tomorrow morning. You're going to craft ideas for your sharing in June, or you're going to be inviting. It's your business. You decide, not me, because you're a CEO of a multi-million-dollar business and that's how you rock. You know what to do. You decide. But for the next 18 minutes, I'm quiet, we're working, and then we'll come back together at the end. Okay, get to work. Okay, we are getting to the point where you have to wrap up a little bit. And I want to share a couple quotes with you and then leave a couple minutes if anyone has any questions. Because I know there's a lot of announcements. And if you need to say anything or ask any questions, then there you go. Okay. I'm reading a new book right now. It's called We Should All Be Millionaires. Now, if you read that tagline, We Should All Be Millionaires, and went, yes, you should read this book. And if you read that tagline, We Should All Be Millionaires, and went, oh, that makes me nervous. I don't need that much money. You need to read this book. Okay. So either way, you need to read this book. We Should All Be Millionaires. Because anything and everything you want to do in your life comes down to money. Money's just a vehicle. And as we talk about sharing, and as we talk about posting, and as we talk about all the things in regard to this business, it all comes down to having a mindset around creating a life on purpose with purpose. And that takes money. That takes money. So I pulled these two quotes from Rachel Rodgers, who wrote this book, because as you're thinking and inviting, and you're getting nervous about inviting or nervous about sending the invite or not sure what to post, whatever, I just can't implore you enough. You've got to start thinking like a CEO, and you've got to get okay with making money, because money is your vehicle to everything else that you want to do in your life. So if you're looking at me now going, well, I don't need more money, I'm okay. Really? Then what do you need? Time with your family? You know what gets that? Money. Experiences with your family? Do you know what gets that? Money. Bigger donations to your church? Money. Anything and everything. It's just a vehicle. It's just a vehicle. Okay. And women are the ones that need to work on their mindset around it. Do you know why? Because we couldn't make it for a long time. And right now we only make 72 cents or less to a dollar that every man makes. But in this business, we can make whatever we want to make. We can make whatever we want to make and create whatever life we want to create. If we get okay with doing that and knowing that money is a vehicle to create the life that we want on purpose with purpose. So when we're sitting down to send invites, knowing that there are women out there who need this opportunity and need what we have in their life, take the emotional attachment off. Well, this is all about me. No, it's not. This is about getting this into the lives of other people. And maybe that's going to help you make more money, which means you get to create a life on purpose with purpose. Maybe you get to write a bigger check to your church. I have big visions of a big donation to an arts organization. Well, you think I was going to do that on a fitness instructor's salary, making $11 an hour at the YMCA? No, I am not. No, I am not. You think I'm sending 3 kids to college on $11 an hour? No, I'm not. We have to get okay with money. And I love this quote from her: instead of obsessing over how to trim your budget down to the bare bones, which has its place, Some of us like Nordstrom just a little too much. So it has its place. But let's focus on exponentially expanding our income. How do we do that? We invite. We share our journey. We get strategic about our posting. We grow and we learn every day, and we build this incredible opportunity that not only changes our lives, but the lives of others. So instead of constantly trying to cut back or not hire an assistant or not outsource graphics or not, what if you just made more money so you could grow your business? That actually changed our lives. So when I sat at that meeting 13 years ago and Carl Deichler presented this opportunity to me, and I turned to my friend, Christian Dringa, and said, I think this is what we're doing, just on a bigger platform. That's what it is. You're taking what you're doing and taking it to a bigger platform. So instead of obsessing over how to cut it down, what if we start obsessing about how can we reach more? How can we touch more? 7.76 billion people in the world. How can we reach more than just 3 a month? How can we reach more than just 5 a month? Because you and I both know more than 3 women need what we have to offer every single month. So instead of obsessing over how can I cut? What about if we start saying, how can I expand? And every time we sit down to invite or share or strategize or think, how can I expand? And we start making $1 million decisions, especially on Fridays, because on Fridays, it's the CEO Club. It's the CEO Club. And if you need a book suggestion, I just cannot tell you enough that you need to go get that book. That's all I got for you today. I hope that was helpful. I put the slides in there. Let me put the book name in there. That's the name of the book. Run and go get it right now. Let's go change some lives. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in 2 weeks, yeah? And it'll be June. Awesome work today. Awesome work. Awesome work.